What is going on, everyone? I am bringing you today to the Do More, Be More Food Lab, where we're cooking for gains with absolutely none of the pain. Today, I will be making my version of McDonald's McGriddles. There's a reason why so many people buy these. It's because they taste amazing. We're going to have them with a lower calorie option as well as higher protein. So stick around because that is coming up right now. Now, this is not a version to fool myself or to make me think I'm eating something that's, let's say, a cheat meal. This is not a cheat meal. This is something I've been having for a while, and I'm proud to say that it is really, really good. The macros are going to be way better, and it's going to be easy to make. I don't make this all the time. When I feel like it, you should know it takes no more than 15 minutes to make. And now for the supporting cast, we are going to include all of the items, including ingredients that we will need for this recipe. We are starting with Birch Bender's protein pancake mix, egg whites, fat-free American cheese, turkey bacon, and we'll also need the basic tools. As you can see, I also have a small waffle maker. This I bought it on Amazon. I believe it was like $10-15. They're super cheap. They're easy to use. There's no settings on it. You just plug it in, and then you just wait for it to get hot. It'll make a click sound when it's ready. Put some cooking spray on that and you're ready to go. Now remember, we want this to be as easy as possible. I do have a recipe for where I can make better calorie and higher protein pancakes, but I'm using a protein pancake mix for this one because we're just trying to make this faster, and the macros are not bad, as you can see on this. So it's honestly a good option, and it serves as making the waffle in this case. Yes, it is also a waffle mix if you needed to do it. So the steps are simple. If you are able to multitask, this should be, like I said, no more than 15 minutes. Once you get the hang of it, it might even be 10. I did it in 15 while filming this, so you can imagine it's not hard to do. What I would obviously recommend is to preheat everything. Plug things in, like if you have this waffle maker or whatever else you want to use to make, and then you also have to preheat your skillet to about half heat or whatever it is, medium heat, medium to high. Of course, you want to watch it. You want to make sure that the it doesn't get too hot and your eggs overcook too quickly, and you already know what that's like. And then for the turkey bacon, I'm going to be putting that in the air fryer. That way I have 3 things being made at the same time, and then the American cheese just goes right on there at the end. So for the portions of these, I'm just going to be using 1 serving size of the Birch Bender's protein pancake mix. For the egg whites, I'm going to be using 2 portions of it, 2 serving sizes of that. And then as for the American cheese, I'm going to be using 1 slice. For the turkey bacon, the serving size actually is 1, but I'm going to use 2 in this case because I really want to capture that turkey bacon flavor on there as well. You could also use the sausage version as well. I know that there is a sausage McGriddle. There is a good option. I believe the Honeysuckle brand makes it. They have a breakfast sausage that's already made. All you got to do is weigh it out, put it into a 3 or 4 ounce, whatever size you want, make it into a patty. Then you grill that, and there you go. You have a better option right there as well. And so then, of course, you also want to put in the cooking spray on the waffle maker once it's ready. Put it on both sides. You gotta watch it. You gotta make sure it doesn't overcook. It depends on you whether or not you want it to be a little crispier, which means you have to leave it on there for a little longer, or if you want it fluffier, meaning you don't have to wait that long. But I would recommend at least waiting a decent amount of time. I can't calculate for sure, but I'm thinking about 5 minutes is probably gonna be okay. And of course, I honestly recommend you just keep an eye on this to your own desired consistency. As things are getting ready, of course, you want to remove them. You want to put them on a separate plate, and you start putting them on in order as you normally would like it. I usually will put the eggs in the bottom. I will put the bacon in the middle, or the cheese in the middle, and then the bacon on top. And then you put the waffles, one at the bottom, one at the top, like you would a sandwich. Very simple, very self-explanatory, and honestly, it's not really all that complicated. But I will tell you the one secret that makes this a McGriddle. A lot of people will have their own version and they'll put in the pancake syrup on top of the sandwich. That works. I've done that and I like it. But if you want less of a mess and you want the actual taste in the McGriddle itself, on the bread, let's call it, well, what you're going to do is when you're mixing in the pancake mix with the water, you want to put in the syrup in there as well. Now you're going to be using a sugar-free syrup, so please, you can feel free to put as much as you like. Don't overdo it because then it gets too sweet. You want the sweetness to be a little subtle. I recommend you to eyeball this as well at first. Maybe use a serving or two, or a serving per actual waffle. So since you're going to make 2 out of these, I would probably say put 2 servings into the entire mix, and then you mix it all up and you should be ready from there. And honestly, that is it. I don't have the sandwich here with me because I just wanted to make this where I can explain it to you, give you a better idea of how it's done, so that I wouldn't have to talk while I'm actually cooking it. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and take you back to the time where I actually made it and enjoyed this really amazing low-calorie, high-protein breakfast McGriddle. Let's go. Okay, it's ready. So honestly, it's easy to make. The video was not easy in the sense that I had to keep stopping. I had to make sure that it's cooked right. But with your egg whites, your protein, waffle mix, your fat-free cheese, and turkey bacon, it's all worth it because it's going to taste very similar, and it's got the sweetness in it because of the syrup. But we're going to test it out. So here we go. Which bite should I take? That one right there. It tastes a lot like a McGriddle. It's so good. Honestly, I would have this every day if I always had the time to make it. It takes about 15 minutes, maybe less, but it's really good. You just need the ingredients and a little patience, and after a while, it'll become really easy. So,
sugar substitute?
This is just sugar-free. This is just stevia. I use it because it's 0 calorie and it still makes my coffee sweet. So that's something I use. Maybe we'll talk about those kind of sweeteners one day. But this recipe, honestly, is super easy to make. It's delicious, and you don't feel like you're missing out on what's out there. So I hope you appreciate this video. I hope you like it. I hope you try it, and let me know if you do. Comments, questions below, you already know where they go. And everybody, thank you very much for the support, the liking, the sharing, and the subscribing. You already know, if you do more, you will be more.